Wah, 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 wah. Hello, everybody. One, two, three, four. Right, okay. Right, I believe I'm on. Tell me if you're here. Hello, Dr. Paul speaking. Quiz imminent. Quiz coming your way very soon. Right now, you can enjoy background music. Official broadcast starts at 7 o'clock. You're 2 minutes early. Hey, Fabian Society here. Hello to you. One of our most successful teams. Oi, oi, Miss Hannah. Haircut and a shave, aye, kinda homemade style. Like, don't look too closely, it's a total mess, yeah. Hello, Joe. Evening, chef. Pro Lethers are here. Jack's here. Alright, yourself. Quiz coming up. Look at that money. I'm gonna start doing money prizes soon. You're gonna love it. Who's that eating that hat? It's James the Baker. He sponsors Wednesday's quiz, so there's yeah, I've left a big load on that side and taken more off that side. Good evening, Keith. Barrymore's Fister here. Mr. Alan Crawford is here. One of our most popular and successful mystery bag winners. Will Alan be successful again? Or will somebody else get their hands on the booze? Einstein bobbleheads all here. Where's the rest of the team, Taryn? I know you're in Wales, but where's everybody else? Tell us where you are, folks, especially if you're outside of Edinburgh. Most people here are Edinburgh-based or in Edinburgh. But if you're not, then that's exotic as far as we're concerned. Might be mundane for you, but for us here in Edinburgh, everywhere else is exotic. Well, everywhere beyond Pennycook, anyway. Don't worry about the hair. The hair's alright. The hair's been sent to charity. Gladiator's ready! That's the stuff, Alan. You're selling that. I am going to keep trying, he says, to win the booze because the beer is so... Endorsement. That's a man who's won the Cross Borders beer twice and is back for more. That's how good it is. Janie's in sunny New Haven. Yeah, it's pretty nice out there tonight. Cool idiots are here. And it is 7 o'clock. Let's start talking quiz. So, hope you're alright. I'm in a good mood today. South Canamills. You reckon that's South Canamills where you are? I'd say that, Joe, I'd say your place is Central Canamills. Blackpool. Geek Robin is here. Blackpool. How about that? Last time I went to Blackpool, it was one of the most depressing outings of my life. But that's a story for another time. Anyway, let's get on with the quiz. Let's get rid of the slides and tell you about the quiz. Right, welcome to the quiz. I'm Dr. Paul. I'm your world's favourite quiz master. Scotland's #1 quiz expert. That's someone else's words last week on Radio Scotland. You're in Munich. Nice one. Alright, of course. Yeah. I know who you are. Right, let's see. Give us a share. You can earn 1 point for your team if you share the quiz. It's as simple as that. Share the quiz. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, whatever weird, hooking up with people groups you use, whatever you do. Share the quiz on it. You get 1 point for your team. Okay? The quiz starts soon. The house rules here are no Tories, no racists. That's been the house rules for a long time. I did that before it was cool. And destroy all statues. Right? How to play the quiz. You answer as a team. It's a pub quiz. I'm the quiz master. You've got your team. Your team could just be you by yourself. Some people play by themselves and they find that more convenient. Some people find that just easier. But some people are in touch via a team. You're playing via Zoom or WhatsApp, whatever you use. Do tell us what you're using. It's good to keep up with the modern technology. For me, And I ask you a round of questions at a time. You think about the answers, you write down 5 answers. Most rounds are 5 answers. Then I reveal the answers, you do your own marking. Okay? And then at the end of the quiz, you upload your score. Now listen carefully, there's no prizes for first place in terms of highest score, so there's no point in cheating. There's no relevance to the scores versus what you could win. There is a great prize tonight, that's beer, that's coming up later. Nothing to do with the scores. Quiz is kind of just for fun, you know what I mean? And if you need anything cleared up, do I get a point for this, do I get a point for that, just ask me in the chat. I'm here, I'm live. And the last thing there is in red because it's important. No answers in the chat means don't type answers while we're answering questions. All right, don't try and shout out the answers because everyone's just trying to do the quiz. All right. Amy and Baz, hello in Glasgow, the big G. Last time we played was Friday night. Lockdown Lushes were top, 77. Lockdown, 74. Another fine mess, 74. 77's amazing. I think they got everything right and had a birthday. I don't think you can do better than that. I think that's it. I think this is as high as the mountain can go. But everyone's doing well. Scores were ranked by Queen album. So News of the World is the top section there. Best Queen album. Queen 2, also fantastic. Cove Idiots, Prince Philip's Driving, Agatha Christie, Crumpet, Sausage Rolls, Barrymore's Fist, who are back again tonight. They were in Queen 2. Slipping down into Jazz, which is a good record, but a questionable record. Caramel Brownies, Safari Stragglers, King Hiccup, an Aussie and a Scot, and then right down the bottom, Hot Space. Nobody wants to listen to that, okay? Coming up tomorrow night, football quiz. If you're into football, great. If you're into Scottish football, brilliant. 7 o'clock on YouTube tomorrow night. The online pub quiz, Dot Ball pub quiz, is Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I might start doing Saturdays this week coming, okay? And that's everything you need to know. The sponsor tonight is Cross Borders Brewery. Great booze. You go and buy some of their beer later on if you don't win some. And there's last week's booze champion, Mr. Alan Crawford, looking really, really serious. He's added a serious tone to that winner's persona. Look how serious he gets when you zoom in on him. Look. Oh, serious. Okay, right, so let's get started. It's 5 past. I like to hit the first question at 7:05. So here we go. And you don't have to, you just need a pen and a bit of paper. That's all you need, okay? And yes, right, let's get started. Triangulation. Hello to Triangulation. And Penguin Party Fears too. Right, so the first round is 5 questions and it is the same letter round. That means that all of the answers start with the same letter. So once you get the letter, it's easy. You know what I mean? Here we go. Question number 1 is about the Fawns and so on. Question number 1. Which classic rock and roll song performed by Bill Haley and the Comets was used for the opening theme on the first 2 seasons of Happy Days? Alright, Happy Days. Weird show. Our friend's a bit older. His office is a toilet. Alright, the Fawns. But which song by Bill Haley and the Comets was used for the opening theme on Happy Days for the first 2 seasons of that show? Remember, do not shout out the answers in the chat. We're just trying to answer the questions per round. I'll tell you the answers after each round of 5 questions. Number 2, in the same letter round. All the answers in this round start with the same letter. Which sports major European club competition is called the Heineken Cup? It began in 1995 and since then it's been the Heineken Cup. Which sport has the Heineken Cup? It's the top club competition for European clubs. Ooh, yeah. Right, number 3. What is the common name for the condition of iron once it has become oxidized? Now, that's a classic question where the answer's a lot more simple than the question makes it sound, right? Question sounds kind of complicated, but it's a very common word. What is the common name for the condition of iron once it has become oxidized? What do you call that? All right. Number 4. Pop music. Which English singer had a huge international hit in 1987 with the song Never Gonna Give You Up? An 80s pop classic. Possibly the 80s pop classic. In an across the board sense. So who had the song Never Gonna Give You Up? And the last one, number 5, more deadly. Which British author and poet wrote the famous lines, "The female of the species is more deadly than the male"? And he wrote those lines in 1911. That's possibly a little more difficult because it's kind of a poetry question. But it's a guy you've definitely heard of. You've heard of this guy. It's not totally obscure. So the thing to do, if you haven't been here before, this is how it works, is you tell me that you're ready. Tell me in the chat that you're ready. Don't say any answers, but tell me you're ready. And that means I can move on. In the meantime, I'm going to quickly recap the questions for anybody who may have missed any of them. So number one is a song. Rock and roll song by Bill Haley in the comments. It was used for the opening theme for the first couple of seasons of Happy Days. You know, Henry Winkler. The other guy. What's his name? What's his name who played Ralph Cunningham? Became a director. Can't remember his name right now. Anyway, you know the thing. Heineken Cup is the top club competition for which sport? Started in 1995, the Heineken Cup. Name the sport. That's all you got to do. Number 3 is what's the common name for the condition of iron once it is oxidized? Kind of a science question. Never Gonna Give You Up. Who was the singer? I see Marion asking, is that his first name? I'm guessing you're referring to this question. Answer, yes. First name. Most of my same letter round questions refer to the first name. Not every single time, but mostly. It's just the way my database is organised, you know. And number 5, British author. Oh, you're probably asking about this one. The female of the species more deadly than the male. This is the guy's first name as well. Okay. The female of the species is more deadly than the male. Who wrote those lines? Right, okay, who's ready? Let's have a look. Can't shag, so this'll do. Are ready. Huey Lewis and the Clues. Covariates are ready. Alright. Shep Manx ready. Alpy Hill Billy's Fabian Society. Positive spin. Oh yeah. We had less deaths than yesterday. Positive spin. Rave on! Ready. Rave on. Bobby Law. Rave on. Scumbag College. Brilliant. And Pajero. They're all ready. Right, let's move on. And there's Veronica. Let's get on for the answers. So, oops. Oh, look. I failed to delete that the first time, so we'll just do that very quickly. But I don't think you saw it. I think it just flashed by. So here come the answers right, for the first round, the same letter round, okay? Here we go. First of all, did you get a letter? Letter R. And before you start doing any scoring, think about this. If you've been here before, you get 2 points, okay? Stream dropped out there for a second. See when the stream drops out, you don't miss anything because I just stop and start again when I'm reconnected. So here I am. Okay, number 1. The Bill Haley song used for Happy Days was Rock Around the Clock. Alright, famous song by them, Rock Around the Clock. You get 2 points for a correct answer. Number 2, Heineken Cup. Since 1995, that is the top competition for rugby union. If you said rugby, that's fine. 2 points for rugby. I know there's rugby league, rugby union, but it's all the same. It's all complete garbage. So rugby's just fine for that. 2 points for rugby. There's the cup. A pretty bland looking pot. Nothing special about that. Number 3, what's the common name for the condition of iron once it becomes oxidized? Rust. Yeah, rust. Pop music. Never Gonna Give You Up. It's Rick Astley, of course. Did you not? Did anyone not know that? If you get any wrong, let us know. It's good fun to know what people said instead of the right answer. And number 5, this is more difficult. Last one's a little more difficult in this round. The female of the species is more deadly than the male. You might have glimpsed the answer before. It's Rudyard Kipling. There he is. Smoking a fag. I'm just on my way to ride the jungle, but I'm talking like that because he looks a bit like Alf Garnett. What? In bloody Jungle Book. Rudyard Kipling, alright. And bloody Shere Khan. In it. Right, so there's all the answers together. Rock Around the Clock, Rugby Union, just rugby's fine. Rust, Rick Astley, and Rudyard Kipling. Tell me what you scored. Right, here come the scores coming in. Porn Dwarf's got 13. Chameleon's got 13. Marion got 13. Fabian's got 10. And plus 3, that's 13. 12 points for Positive Spin. They need to share the quiz for that extra point. We could sing the Happy Days song, but couldn't name it. Well, you see, the one that you know better is just called Happy Days. Monday, Tuesday, Sunday, Monday, Happy Days. Tuesday, Wednesday, Happy Days. Thursday, Friday, Happy Days. Our friends the Fawns, his office is a bog. There's nothing weird here. These days are ours. But that came later. They used Rock Around the Clock for the first couple of series, which is 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock rock. You know, I'm not going to get on to it. Didn't know the last one. Yeah, Rudyard Kipling. He wrote the Jungle Book, obviously. And the poem If. He's famous for that. But female's more deadly than the male. I can't tell you what poem it's from. Don't know. Right, pretty good scores all round. Let's move on. Let's move straight on. No mucking about tonight. Picture round. Right, here we go. Please explain the scoring for new players. Geek Robin, listen up. You get 2 points for every right answer. So there's a possible 10 points for the first round. The reason some people have got more than that is because if you've been here before, you get 2 points. And if you haven't, then you don't get that, so don't worry about it. And then the one extra point is if you share the quiz. So you can do that if you're a first timer. Share the quiz on Facebook, share it on Twitter, do something, and you get 1 point. Okay? I need shares. You need points. So it's possible to get 13 points. You see? I hope you understand. Right, anyway. Here come the picture round. So dance. She's dancing, but where's she from? This is a traditional dance known as the Kon Dong. Where's it from? Is it from Indonesia, Vietnam, or Nepal? That's the stuff, Geek Robin. You understand it. So, traditional dance, Kon Dong. Where's it from? Indonesia, Vietnam, or Nepal? There's a little multiple choice for you there. Number 2, Mighty Heroes of Space. Name this cartoon space hero. Named after a Greek hero, an ancient Greek hero. Although I think it's the Latin name anyway, you know what I mean. Ancient Greek hero. Fantastic cartoon space hero. Tremendous beard, brilliant hair. Dreamy. Toolbox, that was question number 2. Question number 3 is for your toolbox. What surname is the name of the American company which patented this kind of tool in 1910? And it's what it's commonly known as. Okay? Sort of generic name is hex keys, but there's a name for these type of tools that have got, it's a surname, which is the name of a company. The company that first patented them in 1910. So what are those tools called? Basically, that's the short version of the question. Number 4. I'll try to do the face. 2010's film. What was the title of this 2010 film in which James Franco plays a climber trapped by a rock? Alright. That's James Franco. And it looks like he's singing along to Fairy Tale in New York or something, but he's actually in pain, you see, because he's been trapped by a rock. What's the name of that film? And number 5, nice painting. Who was the painter of this 1730 view of Venice? Was it Canaletto, Caravaggio, or Van Dyck? Right, name that painter. So tell me when you're ready, once again, and I'm going to tell you the questions again. Got a quick recap. So, where's the Kon Dong come from? Indonesia, Vietnam, or Nepal? Number 2, name the cartoon space hero named after a Greek hero. Mighty Heroes of Space. Marion's ready. Number 3, what's the name of these tools? Named after an American company that patented them. It's a surname. It's a fairly common surname. 2010's film. What's the name of this film? Guy gets stuck by a rock, right? Can't move. Which doesn't sound like very exciting, to be honest, but it's kind of life or death. And the last one, who's the painter? 1730. Is it Canaletto, Caravaggio, or Van Dyck? Okay, tell me when you're ready. What we got? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people are ready. William Nicholas is ready. Huey Lewis and the News. The what? No. Huey Lewis and the Clues are ready. Scumbags are ready. Monk the Wally the Honk. That's the answer. Usually. The Fabian Society are ready. Toxteth O'Grady. That's the other one. Wow. Man, if you're my age, you know what I'm talking about. Amy and Baz are ready. Alison's ready. Okay. Let's do it. The potato people are ready. Imagine potato people were real. Give me the heebie-jeebies. Right, here come the answers. Ready? Ready-ish, says Taryn. That'll do me. Let's go. Dance. Where's the condong? Where did they dance the condong? It's in Indonesia. Bali, to be precise. Bali is part of Indonesia. So 2 points for Indonesia. This round is the same. It's 2 points for a correct answer. Number 2. Mighty Heroes of Space. It's Ulysses. Yeah. Again, if you're... there's quite a lot of stuff, I think, in tonight's quiz, which is if you're my age. And if you're my age, you'll know this. It's Ulysses 31. A French/Japanese epic space opera cartoon from the 80s. It's just brilliant. Well, actually, I can't remember, but the theme tune was amazing. Put it that way. And obviously the hair. Number 3, what's the name of this tool? It's called Allen keys. All right, known as hex keys. Is generic name. The trade name is Allen keys. House of Weirdos puts their cards on the table there. I'm 39, says House of Weirdos. How old are you? Fucking really old, by the way. 47. 2010's film. James Franco, Trapped by a Rock. It's 127 hours. Now, you might have got this wrong by saying something hours, and not quite get the number right. If that's you, give yourself a point. Basically, if you get half the answer, give yourself 1 point. Okay. Canaletto, Caravaggio, or Van Dyck. It's Canaletto. All right. Worth millions of pounds, but the thing is, you can get a can of lager for about 80p. That's an old Viz joke. Well, thank you, House of Weirdos. We're all looking great because we don't have to go to work anymore. That's why everyone looks so good these days. All right. Indonesia, Ulysses, Allen, 127 hours, and Canaletto. You put Hercules for number 2, Porn Dwarfs. Disaster. Do you not remember watching that show? Maybe you're too young for it, Simon. Ulysses, Ulysses, flying through all the galaxies in search of Earth, flying into the night. Ulysses, no one else can do the things you do. Something like that. A rip roaring 4 out of 10 for Shema. That's a disaster. 4 out of 10. Holy bananas. 6 out of 10 for Lumpy Gravy. 6. Oh, it's a wee bit cagey, the scores in this round. 8 for us. We put Vietnam. Nah, it's Indonesia. Bali. Balinese dancers. 1 and 2 wrong. It looks like low scores. In this round. House of Weirdos wanted to say He-Man. Nah, He-Man's got quite a different look. Like, Ulysses is kind of like a bear. Yeah. He-Man's more twink. Anyway. Okay, yeah, it was a difficult round. Looks like a difficult round. Keep adding those scores up. What happens at the end is I get you to upload your scores, and we'll make a league table like the one I showed you earlier on for tonight's scores. 7 out of 10, not awful, says Amy and Baz. It's pretty good, I think, judging by the other scores. I think 7's a good score in that round. Fabian said 127 days. Aye. Yeah, you get. I didn't expect anyone to get that way, to get it wrong that way around. But yeah, 1 point. Aye, nobody can survive 127 days stuck on. He's got it. Aye, no spoilers, right? I won't tell you what he has to do. Right, okay. It's time for a picto, which is a sort of picture-related puzzle. At one time I called it a pictogram, but I was picked up on that. I told, nah, it's no pictogram. That's a graph. I'm like, alright. So it's a pic, and I called it a rebus as well, but somebody picked me up on that. It's not a rebus. I'm like, alright. So I'll call it a picto. Right, so it's a picture-related clue. The reason I'm looking down here, I'm just setting up, I'm setting up a minute on my phone, and you've got to get this within a minute. Okay, you're looking for the name of a band tonight. I'm going to start the minute now. And there you go. What is the name of this band? It's an American band founded in the early 90s. Quite a few hits. There's the time ticking down. You got 45 seconds left to solve this. Have a look at the pictures on the screen. That should give you the name of an American band who were formed in the early 90s. Had hits in the 90s. I believe they're still going. I believe they're still on the go. Now, I've just removed that. Alison, don't shout out the answers in this. It's not a shouty outy one. Just write them down, okay? You got a minute to do it. You got 10 seconds left. It's alright. People get mixed up with the other format that I do sometimes, although I'll stop doing that for just now. Right, just about out of time. So that's the minute. You've got right up until I reveal this to see if you get it right. It is Rage Against the Machine. All right. There's somebody who's very raging. You all recognise that if you're married. V is against, and that's a machine. Okay, connection successful. Dropped out for a second. We're back. Rage Against the Machine. If you got that right, you get 3 points. Okay, 3 points. Yeah, hooray for your dad's music taste, Amy. All the way. Time for the long list. We got that after we first said raging printer. Brilliant. Too subtle for you, William. Blimey. Alright. Right, this is a bit more obvious, hopefully. Round 3 is the long list. I'm going to give you one question. You've got to think of 10 answers. Okay? This is a little bit different to the other rounds because you only get 1 point per answer instead of 2. So you come up with 10 answers and you get 1 point for every one that you get correct. And the question is this. It's about tourism. What are the top 10 most visited UK cities visited by international visitors? Now, these figures are from 2016. They will still be broadly the same. The top 10 will probably be the same. Different figures, same answers, you know what I mean? But that's when I got the figures from. So think of the 10 most visited UK cities visited by international visitors, so people from abroad. And write down a list of 10. You're going to get 1 point for each one that you get right. Don't write any more than 10. That's cheating. You could just write every city in the UK. You know what I mean? Just write 10. And you get 1 point for each one that is correct. There's a picture of Edinburgh city centre swamped in tourists. I'm not saying that Edinburgh's on the list. But it's just a nice reminder. You know, if one good thing comes out of this COVID is that we don't have to deal with that this year. I know some of you love the festival. I love the festival. But I'm kind of looking forward to Edinburgh in August, and just looking forward to actually August instead of the festival, because nobody says August in Edinburgh, you just say the festival. It's like April, May, June, July, festival, September, October. You know what I mean? Not this year. Anyway, tell me when you're ready, because I'm just talking nonsense here until you're ready. Communicate with your team. Don't fight with your... Well, nah, do fight with your team. If you're right and they're wrong, fight with them. That's what they're there for. In some ways, the other members of your team are your friends and your family, but also they are your psychological punch bags. And that's to get the bad feelings from out of your soul out into the world so that you can progress with the rest of the week in a more sane and relaxed manner. Taryn says we have 10. Marion is ready. The Fabians are ready. The Jigsaw Junkies are ready. Good stuff. I'll wait for a few more and then I'll tell you the answers. Rave on. Are ready. Hannah's ready. Scumbags are ready. Scumbag University. Scumbag College. Here's a side question. Right? Nothing to do with this quiz, so you can answer this in the chat. Who were the 4 actors who were Footlights College against Scumbag College? First person to get that in a comment, in a single comment. All 4 right answers in a single comment gets a shout. So we're talking about the young ones, you know. The University Challenge episode. Greatest comedy of the 80s, you know. Okay, we got some more people are ready. Huey Lewis and the Clues, Scumbags, Abbey Hill Billies, William Nicholas, Pajero, Chet Mank, Simon, Potato People, Triangulation. Everyone's ready. Come on, let's get these answers up. Here come the answers. Right, you ready? Give yourself 1 point for each of these that you got correct. They are as follows. Does anyone need more time? I never quite know how long to give you on the long list round. Because I can imagine that you might be debating about 1 or 2 of them. Yeah, Stephen Fry was on that. Nah, Rick Mail and Adrian Emerson were Scumbag College. See, it was the young ones were Scumbag College. Rick, Vivian, Neil and Mike. But they were against a posh team. Who comprised the posh team? Hugh Laurie, yep. Stephen Fry, yep. Let's get this answered before I show you the questions for this. Who were the 2 others? Can you remember? For Footlights College. There we are. Stephen Fry, Hugh Laurie, Emma Thompson, yes, and Ben Elton. That's Mr. Ferg. Hello, Ferg. You get it right. Okay, let's move on to the answers here. Right, here are the top 5. Number 1 is London. Obvs. Number 2 is Edinburgh. Number 3 is Manchester. Tourists go to Manchester. Number 4, Birmingham. Number 5, Liverpool. And I think most of you would have got those. Number 6 through to number 10 are slightly more difficult. Number 6 is Glasgow, the big G. Number 7 is Oxford. Number 8 is Bristol. Number 9 is Cambridge. And number 10 is Brighton, or Brighton and Hove, whatever you want to say. There's some tourists in Bristol recently. So you get 1 point for each of those that you got correct. Tell me how many you got right. The traditional rolling of the slaver. That's what those tourists have turned out to witness. Happens round about this time every year. And they dump it in the sea at the end of the street. Next day they pull it out, right? They put it back up there when no one's looking. And then they do it again next year. Fun. 7 for Hannah. 7 for the Chameleons. Put Bath instead of Cambridge. Yeah, you'd think Bath, wouldn't you? Bath's quite touristy. You know, if you're in London. I want to go to Bath. I heard about Bath. Aye, but Cambridge is just up the road there. Alright. 5. Only 5 for positive spin. Jigsaw Junkie's got 5. Was wondering if you had a Bristol question. Just so happened. House of Weirdos thought all of the capitals would get a look in, so you're talking about Belfast and Cardiff. Nah, nobody wants to go to Belfast or Cardiff. For any reasons. No York? Nah. I think British people go to York. Mind you. I don't know. That's just the answers, right? Maybe York's number 11. Could have sworn Inverness would be in it. Nah, they can't go to Inverness. It's miles away. This is like the whole UK, Marion. Right, anyway. Team of the day are the Mango Boys. Mrs. Mango's Sweaty Snatch back in the day. That's what they were called. Now they're family friendly. They are the Mango Boys. Alright. There they are. That's from the good old days. That's from Glasgow days. Talking about cul-de-sac. Talking about Baby Blue. Talking about Ushkava. Talking about the tap. Amazing. Right. Well done to the Mangoes. A picture of the team. Alright. There's the Mango Boys on Zoom, but you can put it together any way you want. Send us who you are. Send us a little bit of info as well, like names and stuff and what you're into, just for a bit of interest. Right, round 4, 50-50 round. This could not be more simple. It's 4 50-50 questions. Get ready, here we go. Right, number 1. If a household object is described as treen, what material is it made of? Is it made of stone or is it made of wood? Okay. What is treen? If something's described as treen, that's an adjective. But what does it mean? What does treen mean? Does it mean stone or wood? That is question number 1. Number 2. Effecting. In the 1980s, who became the first boxer to have won world championships in 5 different weight categories? Alright. A big achievement in boxing. Was that Marvin Hagler or Sugar Ray Leonard? Okay. So who's the boxer who was the first one to do that? He won world championships in 5 different weight categories. You know, one of the best boxers ever. Was it Marvin Hagler or Sugar Ray Leonard? That is question number 2. Dr. Caesar's Palace MD is a Bristolian. Be interested to know what you think about that. Whether you think it's a good thing or a bad thing, pulling the statue down. Personally, I'm delighted to see that sort of thing. I don't really care who's up there, you know. I think it's just a good idea to pull statues down. Number 3, where on a horse do you find its poll? That's P-O-L-L, poll. Is it between its ears or just above its tail? Where is the poll of a horse? Between its ears or just above its tail? House of Weirdos says, never heard of either of them. Must be referring to the boxers. That's the good thing about the 50-50 rounds. I can put stuff in that you haven't necessarily heard of because you can guess, you know. Number 4, statuesque. There is a life-size bronze statue of Noel Edmonds just outside the Great Ormond Street Children's Hospital in London. Is that true or false? Xenon is saying they would have had Dundas, but he was just out of reach. Who's they? Is that people in? Is that also in Bristol or is that here? I know Dundas was a slavey type guy, as in Dundas Street in Edinburgh, but I don't know. Is there a statue here of him? Yeah, ooh, exactly. Right, number 5, crushing the French. What was the name of the victorious king who was the winner at the Battle of Crécy in 1346? Was it Edward or Henry? Alright, so the English smashed up the French at the Battle of Crécy. Crécy, maybe, in 1346. Who was the winning king? Was it Edward or Henry? Don't need to know the number, just the name. St. Andrew's Square. So, right, so that's the guy on top of the big column in St. Andrew's Square. You need a hell of a bit of rope to get that guy down. Last King of Scotland, they called him, as he was so rich. That's Mr. Dundas. Well, he's got, I mean, it's a hell of a street named after him. House of Weirdos are saying it's not there around, but it is 50-50. You can guess your way to a fortune here. All right? I'm going to show you the questions again for this round very quickly. Treen. What is something if it's treen? Is it stone or wood? That's question number 1. Number 2. Top boxer. First one to win world championships in 5 different weight categories. Marvin Hagler or Sugar Ray Leonard. Now we're talking about the 80s there. Quite a lot of 80s stuff tonight. Just taking a wee note. Horse positions. Where is a horse's pole? Is it between its ears or just above its tail? Do tell us if you're ready. And number 4, there is a life-size statue of Noel Edmonds outside Great Ormond Street Children's Hospital in London, or is there? Is that true or false? And what was the name of the winning king at the Battle of Crecy, the English king, 1346? Was that King Edward or King Henry? Marion saying Melville Street is also named after him. So what was it called? Melville Dundas. Yeah, I know that Pitt Street, oh sorry, Dundas Street used to be Pitt Street. You can still see it. It's still on the stones. Like carved into the stone instead of a street sign. Pitt Street. I don't know when they changed it. Do you know when they changed it? Amy says, ready, let's go. Right, aye, let's do it. Come on. Talking about slavey guys here. They're not deed. Let's move on. Right, 50-50 answers. Here we go. If a household object is treen, what does that mean? It means that it's made out of wood. Okay, I'm reconnected. The boxer was Sugar Ray Leonard. Where's a horse's pole? It's between its ears. Alright, it's the very top of a horse's head. The sort of highest point. And that applies to cows as well. And other farmyard animals. That's its pole. So between its ears. Top of its head. Number 4. Life-size bronze statue of Noel Edmonds at Great Ormond Street Children's Hospital. No! Definitely not. False. There's Noel Edmonds being toppled somewhere. And who was the winning king at the Battle of Crecy, 1346? It was King Edward III. But Edward is all you needed there. So, and there's a bit of live footage from the battle that survived. You know, nice photograph. Crushing the French. So there's the answers. Wood, Sugar Ray Leonard, between its ears, false, and Edward. Now, Dr. Caesar's Palace MD, who is from Bristol, says, I think it's a shame that the statue is destroyed. I hope it's pulled out of harbour and kept somewhere. He was responsible for a lot of the economic success in the city, but his legacy has a lot of baggage, especially overseas. There was a petition a couple of years ago to remove the statue, and the least they should have done is made the inscription more modern. I read a little bit about that today. Apparently there was a great deal of to and fro trying to agree on the description, on the inscription. Personally, I'm right up for pulling statues down. I don't even care who the statues are. Scores. Social Outcasts, 8 out of 10. Jigsaw Junkies, 8 out of 10. 10 for William Nicholas with much guessing. That's the way to play this round. It is a guessy round. 5 out of 5 for Amy and Baz. That's it. Aye, these are not designed really to be ones that you know. These are designed to be guessing ones, really. You know, you might know the Sugar Ray Leonard one. You might know the horse one. You might know Treen. And you might know the king, but I think it's probably difficult to know more than 2 of those. You know what I mean? So yeah, you know, you're calling yourself lucky. I think it's, you can have educated guesses, you know. Like poll tax, poll's the head. Yeah, so, you know, it makes sense. Okay, sound round. All right. Okay, I've got a sound round for you tonight, an audio round. I'm going to play a few different things and ask you some questions. You're going to write down your answers. It's as simple as that. So, the first one tonight, just getting everything ready here, is name the artist. This is speeded up to avoid the YouTube copyright algorithm. So it's speeded up. Who is the artist? This is from 1988. Oops. Oh, played the wrong one. Here it is. It's the right one. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. That's one of my favourite songs of all time, and it's even better at triple speed. Right, here's number 2, which is also happens to be from 1988, just by sheer luck, really. And it is played in reverse. Who is this? They are England's Minister of Sadness. Who's that? Next one is a film. It's all mixed up. Some music, some chat. So this is from a film. 1981. Name the film.
I have a deal for you. You receive full pardon for every criminal action you've committed in the United States. It was an accident. About an hour ago, a small jet went down inside New York City. The president was on board.
President of what?
That's not funny, Pliskin. You go in, find the president, bring him out in 24 hours, and you're a free man.
24 hours, huh?
I'm making you an offer.
Bullshit.
Straight, just like I said.
Bullshit. Straight, just like I said. You know, there we go. That's classic kind of sci-fi dystopian futuristic film from 1981. Now, here comes a national anthem. But is it the anthem of Italy or Australia? That's going back to the start. One of my favourite anthems whenever there's sport. An absolute belter, right? And the last one, speaking of sport, name the TV sport. This theme tune was used to introduce which TV sport for many, many years. And here it comes. I have serious difficulty trying to work out if I really like that bit of music or absolutely despise it. So, do you need to hear those again? Does anyone need to hear those again? Somebody's bound to say yes, so I'm going to play them again very quickly. Okay, first one is an artist. It was a massive hit song in 1988. Female singer. All right, who's this? Wow, brilliant. Number 2 is a male solo singer, English, somewhat miserable. cheer up. Right, number 3 is a 1981 film. Whoops, here it is. Whoops.
I have a deal for you. You receive full pardon for every criminal action you've committed in the United States. It was an accident. About an hour ago, a small jet went down inside New York City. The president was on board.
President of what?
That's not funny, Pliskin. You go in, find the president, bring him out in 24 hours, and you're a free man.
24 hours, huh?
I'm making you an offer.
Bullshit.
Straight, just like I said.
Classic interchange. Right, national anthem, it's either Australia or Italy. Alright, okay, and the last one is a TV sport. Pretty sure it's BBC used this for, but one of the channels used this for years to introduce which sport. Stinks of the 1970s, doesn't it? It's like heavy 70s, right? So, are you ready? Are you ready? Ready you are? Ready and confident. Taran, this is where you get smacked down. Don't get too confident. But maybe it's well placed. All right, everyone's ready. Come on, let's go. So here we go. Sound round answers, right? Number 1, speed it up. It's in your face. Literally the greatest song ever recorded. Absolutely no question about it. I know I say that every week, but this time it's true. Orinoco Flow. You can't write music like that and not be supernatural somehow. Anyway, 2 points for Enya. It's Orinoco Flow. Number 2, the King of Misery. It's Morrissey himself. Every day is like Sunday for Morrissey. That's how you react to situations, Morrissey. Right, number 3, the film. Aye, well that's the thing, Janet. Caribbean Blue is even better. You can't even listen to Caribbean Blue because it's so good. Escape from New York. 1981. Escape from New York. It's Kurt Russell playing Snake Plissken. Bullshit. Straight like I told you. The other guy's Lee Van Cleef doing most of the talking in that clip. Right, number 4, the anthem. Did you get this one? Whose anthem was that? It's one of my favourites. It's got a little change of pace in it towards the end, and it just picks you right up. It's the anthem of Italy. All right? The national anthem of Italy. Great stuff. Rousing. Proper good. And the last one, TV sport. Loads of plinky, quite a lot of plonky. It is the tune that denotes rugby. Again, rugby union, but rugby is fine for the answer. It was a show called Rugby Special that used to be on the BBC. Maybe still is, I don't know. Not a rugby fan, but so when I was a kid, that music meant turn the telly off right now. Yeah, Taryn says, fun fact, the Rugby Special theme was written by the drummer Out of the Shadows. Not a lot of people know that. I did not know that until today, and I was looking it up. House of Weirdos, I want someone with a jukebox to follow me as I walk along playing the number 5. Well, you think that, and then you listen to it a couple of times, and you're like, oh. The opening bit is just amazing. And it is quite walking along the road type music. But then it quickly becomes shite. Didn't get Rugger. Good. That's probably a good thing, Keith. You're probably best off out of it. Missed the last one. Tell us what you put if you didn't put rugby. Tell us what you did put. It said darts. Actually, it's not dissimilar to the old darts tune. I'll put that on a different quiz. I'll put it on next week, right? You'll get it next week, the darts. Darts was an amazing bit of music. 4 out of 10. Aye. I think that was a difficult round. Didn't get the film. Yeah, I think it's difficult if you don't know it. I think it's a difficult one to guess. Horse racing. Nah. Golf. Aye. It sounds a bit golf and bowls as well. Aye. Aye. Snooker. These are all reasonable guesses. Real tedious sports. It's got to be one of them. Oh, Marion. You on the phone to your ex again? Any excuse, Right. Sponsor time. Mystery bag. That's what I'm looking for. I found it. Our sponsor tonight is Cross Borders Brewery. They're the best. They are based near Dalkeith. Is it Esk Bank? Aye. Anyway, they only started a couple of years ago. Johnny used to work in the Brass Monkey Leaf. Went and started a brewery with Andy and one other. I can't remember. And they're brilliant. Everyone loves their beer. It's the best. They win awards. It's not just me saying it. Alan's been winning the booze. He'll tell you the booze is good. Cross Borders. Prize is beer. Look, there's Uncle Cochon. There's Mr. Nick himself showing you what to do with beer. You pour it in a glass, you hold it up, take a selfie, and then down it in a winner, right? So, you know how to play this. It's mystery bag. Beer. Mystery bag. Question is, what is in mystery bag, right? Suck. Okay, I've reconnected. I dropped out there for a second. It's not soft. It's not sugary. I might have smashed it earlier when I dropped it, but I didn't. I think it's okay. Is it beer? Is it carrot? No. It's nothing you can consume. Rubber duck? No. Air? No. It's got air in it, but it's an actual thing. Washing up liquid? No. Edible? No. Bread? No. Puzzle? Lollipops? Is it plastic? It's got plastic involved. There is plastic involved, but it's a major part of it is not plastic. It's not a beard trimmer, no. Is it buffering? No. Is it your hair? Nah, chuck the hair out. Electronic? Definitely not. It's nothing you would plug in. Jar, glass jar, right? We're getting closer with glass jar. We're getting closer. Wine bottle, shame foam, snow globe, mug. Closer. Thermos. No, that's pretty good, but not right. Ping pong ball, egg timer, golf ball, balloon, tub of Nutella, water bottle. That's not bad at all, but it's not right. Flask is very good, but it's not right. It's a specific type of glass container. What is it? It's a specific type of glass container. A mason jar. I don't know what that is, but no. Nah, it's not. I know what that is. It's not. Beer glass, Marmite, pint glass, no. Keep cup, wine bottle, no. Water filter, no. Cocktail, no. Salt grinder. Thermos. Coffee cup is getting closer. Nah, it's not really a jar. House of Weirdos. It's like a jar, but it's more specific. Mason, thermos, decanter, Tupperware, jam jar, aftershave. Pyrex, no. Demijohn, no. Schooner, no. Jam jar, no. Carafe. Carafe your head. No. Grinder coffee. That's kind of pretty close, but it's not what there's a specific word. That's it. Jack McDougall gets it. It's a cafetiere, ladies and gentlemen. Jack McDougall wins the beer. There we go. There we go. It's a cafetiere. See? Oh. Nice. So Jack McDougall is the winner. Yeah. It's a cafetiere. Do you say cafetiere or cafeterie? I bet you did, Margaret Ann. You know the rules. I changed the rules. It's now the first one that I see. Right? So don't assume I've seen. If you think you've got it right, keep guessing the same thing. You know what I mean? But Jack McDougall is the champion. Where are you, Jack? Whereabouts are you based? I mean, it doesn't matter if you're anywhere sort of postable. You'll get a beer just out of interest. And what team are you on? What's your team? I did jam tarts. You got that first. Woohoo! Right, brilliant. It's 8 o'clock. It's time to get this last round on. Is it Newcastle? Great stuff. Well, Northumberland. Aye, great stuff. Brilliant. Thing to do, Jack, send me a message with your postal address and I'll get that sorted out. Right, brilliant. Let's get on. Oh, it's Jack out of Jack and Hannah, right? Okay, fantastic. Right, here we go. By the way, I really enjoyed your romantic story. I'll share that when I use you for team of the day. Right. Oh, double or bust. I better explain the round first. Double or bust. This is the last round, right? Score at the end of this round equals your total score. And this is serious. You get 4 points for a right answer in this round. That's double, but you run the risk of going bust. If you put one wrong answer in this round, you get 0 points. To avoid getting bust like that, you can leave blanks. You don't have to answer all the questions. So you choose which ones you're going to go for. All right, you understand, right? Here we go. Question number 1. United States of America. Which city is the state capital of Massachusetts? All right. Massachusetts in the USA has got a state capital. All the states have got a state capital. What is the state capital of Massachusetts? That's question number 1. Remember, wrong answer is bust in this round. You decide which ones you're answering. Number 2, athletics. Which women's athletics world record was set in 1995 with a distance of 15.50 meters by the Ukrainian athlete Inessa Kravets? So Inessa Kravets set the world record in 1995. The distance was 15.5 meters. Last time I checked, that's still the record. But what is the sport? Or what's the event? Athletics event. Number 3, one for the geeks. In the world of the internet, what do the letters HTTP stand for? You see it at the start of a web address. HTTP. What does it stand for? You've got to get each of the letters to get the points here. You've got to get the whole thing. If you get half of it, then that's not good enough. You get bust. All right? So you decide if you want to go for it. HTTP. What does it mean? I will recap these. Number 4, which film starring Dan Aykroyd and Bill Murray became the biggest grossing comedy film of all time when it was released in 1984? Loads of 80s stuff tonight. Just a coincidence, really. It wasn't deliberate. It just turned out that way. So which film starring Dan Aykroyd and Bill Murray became the biggest grossing comedy film of all time when it came out in 1984? That's number 4. And the last one, you can get this 1 century out either way. In which century did the Arab leader Saladin reclaim Jerusalem from the Crusaders? So the Crusaders had gone down there from Western Europe and made Jerusalem into a Crusader place, a Christian place. And the Arab leader Saladin got an army together and said, nah, I'm taking that back. And he did. But in which century did this happen? The thing where it says 1 century means you can get 1 century out either way. If you're 1 century out either side, you get the points. If you're 2 centuries out, you bust. So you decide which of these 5 questions you're going to go for. Tell me when you're ready. I'm going to quickly recap these questions. Number 1. Which city is the state capital of Massachusetts? Which women's athletics world record is 15.5 meters? Inessa Kravets, 1995. Number 3, HTTP. What does it even stand for? Not what does it mean, but what does it stand for? What do those 4 letters actually stand for? Hannah's ready. We missed all the questions. Well, they're coming again. Who's so weirdos? Here they are. Number 4, which film starring Dan Aykroyd and Bill Murray was the biggest grossing comedy of all time? Came out in 1984. And which century did Saladin reclaim Jerusalem from the Crusaders? You can get 1 century out here and still get the points. Any more than that and you are bust. Okay, we've got 2 people ready. How so weird to say we missed all the questions really quickly again, okay? State capital Massachusetts. 15.5 meters. World record for women. What's the event? HTTP, what does it stand for? Dan Aykroyd, Bill Murray, biggest grossing comedy film of all time, 1984. You know, at the time, what film was that? And the last one, when did Saladin take back Jerusalem from the Crusaders? Which century, right? Who is ready? Rave On is ready. Shetmank is ready. Triangulation are ready. I think the scores have been all over the place tonight. I'm going to be interested to see what the final scores are. I'm going to get you to upload them. This is the point at which I should remind you the quiz is free to play, but if you think it's worth a tip for me, then please give me a tip. All right? Because I'm doing this for me and my family. I'm trying to make some money. Because I used to do it okay in the pubs, but there are no pubs. So I'm looking for donations. You don't have to donate if that's fine. Don't donate, that's fine. If you don't want to donate or you cannot donate, that's absolutely fine. Enjoy the quiz, but please tell other people about it. Please like the quiz. That really helps. Because I think we got up to 100 people tonight, but only 16 likes. So like the quiz and please share it. Please tell people about this. All right. But tips are very welcome. Right, Fabian's are ready. Potato people are ready. Taryn's ready. Marion's ready. Abbey Hill Billies are ready. Pro Lethers are ready. Let's get on to these answers. Let's find out what your total score is. Sorry I've run a little bit over. I know I always do, but I'm trying to get this. Try my best to pull this back to actual 8 o'clock, all right? Jigsaw Junkies are ready. Okay, here we go. Here come the answers. If you're not ready, get ready. Get your answers down right now. Here they come. 4 points for right answer, but as soon as you put a wrong one down, you bust. You can leave blanks. Okay, so here come the answers. Thank you, Amy. Excellent. Aye, subscribe as well. That's really good. Because then you get a wee notification, tells you when the quiz is on. Okay, so which city is the state capital of Massachusetts? It is Boston. Is correct for 4 points. Athletics, 15.5 metres in Essa Crevettes. That is the triple jump. Triple jump. Hop, step, and leap. If you wrote that, that's fine. It's the same thing. There she is. One for the geeks. HTTP stands for Hypertext Transfer Protocol. It's how the internet works. All right. HTTP, Hypertext Transfer Protocol. And it makes sure that sites are talking to each other in the right way. Number 4, Dan Aykroyd, Bill Murray, biggest grossing comedy film of all time, 1984. It's Ghostbusters, which I saw for the first time quite recently, and I was unimpressed. I didn't think it was very good. There they are. Bill Murray, Dan Aykroyd, and the other one. And the last one there, Arab leader Saladin, or Saladin, or Saladin, reclaimed Jerusalem from the Crusaders in which century? You could get one century out either way. The correct answer is the 12th century, 1187. He had a big battle with them in the north, killed them all. Then he marched down to Jerusalem, quick siege, took Jerusalem. Hunky-dory for him. Not for the Crusaders. You know, it was bad news for the Crusaders. Some of them got away. Some of them got their heads cut off. So, Porn Dwarf's got 16 points. That's Saladin. That's the Crusaders laying down their arms going, sorry, Saladin, you're the boss. There's all the answers to get a Boston triple jump, hypertext transfer protocol, Ghostbusters 12th century. Did anyone get bust? Let's have a look. Full house for the COVID-idiots. Nice. 20 points. 65 total for the Porn Dwarfs. 56 for William. Busted. Abby Sharp. 16 for the House of Weirdos. They said they were going to get busted and then they got 16. They're pleased with that. Right, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to give you the link to upload your scores so that I can make a league table. No, Cheryl, you can't wear it and it's not edible. You can't wear a triple jump. Ghostbusters is edible though, I suppose. You put shot put. Yeah. 12 points. Even got film one. Yes, Marion. You see? You do know something about film. Marion was always complaining that she knows nothing about film and that film questions are against her. But quite a lot of people like films, so I continue doing film questions, you know. Silly mood. Damn right. It's Monday. Cheryl, we've got a long way to go. Yeah, does the weekend actually mean anything anymore? It does. It actually does for me, because although I'm going to do Saturday quizzes coming up. Busted on Salaman. Aye, Saladin. 38 points. Right, get your scores uploaded, people. Now, please Upload your score, even if you don't think it was very good, because it's important, because it makes the people further up feel good about themselves. You know, because if all the people who get 30 and 40 go, oh, it's not very good, I'm not going to upload it, then the people who got 50 think they were rubbish. You know what I mean? So get your scores up. And thanks for doing the quiz. Who won? Upload your scores. That's what I'm saying. Congratulations to everybody. This is for the first timers, really. You've got your voucher. You've got to the end of the Dr. Ball quiz, so you get a voucher. All right? So next time you're here, you get 2 points. You get 2 points start. If you've been here before, you get 2 points. That's what that was about at the start. Shet Max happy with 50. Cheryl's got 58. That's pretty good. Pretty good for a silly mood. Hannah got 40 for Cat Shag, so this will do that. That's with the beer winner, whose name I've now. Is it Jack? Forgotten his name. Forgotten the beer winner's name. Tell me the beer winner's name. I've forgotten. I know I didn't write it down in time. Thank you, Pro Lethers. Thank you, Rave On. Thanks, everybody. Thanks, everybody who donates. Really appreciate it. What would you pay if you went to a pub quiz? It'd be £2 or £3, maybe a £5. Whatever you think it's worth. It's like the fringe. It's like the free fringe. Pay what you think it's worth. See, compared to the free fringe, it's much easier to sneak out without looking me in the eye because of the situation. That's how that works, isn't it? You go and see a shit comedian, and it's like, can he walk past the guy? Give him a £5, you know. I got to get. I should do this on Zoom, really, so I can look you in the eye. Probably get better donations. Anyway, listen, you don't have to donate. It is free, but please do tell people about the quiz. Try to grow the quiz, you know. That's what I'm trying to do for a living. Thank you, Geek Robin. Thank you for being in Blackpool. I went there with my friend David, and we went on a day out, well, an overnight trip to Blackpool, almost on purpose, just out of season, just at about 2 weeks after the eliminations. And it was November, and it was bleak. It was the worst weather. It was just howling a gale. The tower was shut, couldn't go up the tower. All the pubs were empty. It was great. It was brilliantly rubbish. But you see, me and my friend David specialise in days out like that. We went to Falkirk for a day out, and we went to Airdrie for a day out. Glory days. And Dundee as well. So far, Blackpool has been the only English trip. Aye, Blackpool is great. It is great. The 2 times I've been at Blackpool were just before the season. That was way back in about 99, something like that. And then a couple of years ago, just after the end of the season. I think that's all about all I could handle. I don't think I could handle Blackpool in season. I mean, Edinburgh's bad enough, you know what I mean? Cheryl says the beer's winner's name was Cheryl. I'm pretty sure it was Cheryl. I'm sure it was Jack. If you went to Spoons, we were probably there. Nah, we didn't go in a Spoons. We went in... Actually, where did we go? We actually went to a quiz. It was sort of in North Blackpool. And I don't know the name of the place, but we got a taxi out to the place. Because I wanted to see it. It was one of these speed quiz things. I'd never seen one. So I wanted to go and see it. And we went and did it. And I thought it was okay. But I thought the technology meant that people looked at their hands too much rather than just chatting. We won. We beat the English. Went down there and beat the English at a quiz. It was great. Gave the money away, you know, gave the vouchers to someone else. That place might have been a Spoon. Nah, it wasn't a Spoons. That wasn't a Spoons. It was kind of like that though. It's a big L-shaped place. Next to a big wide road. Big curving road. Quite a big guy, a quizmaster. He sat down while he was doing it. Had a laptop and all that stuff. I delivered the waves on the roof of the Spoons pub in South Pier. Wow. Sounds amazing. Anyway, the Spoons. Surely Blackpool's got about 55 different Wetherspoons. Surely. Yeah, aye, speed quiz is very popular. I don't know why as well. I can see it, but I don't particularly like it. You know, I like the pen and paper. Wee bit more in your face, bit more lively. I think. Well, compared to the one I saw, anyway. Listen, I better get going. I've got another quiz at 9 o'clock. I'm doing this exact same quiz again, but at 9 o'clock on Facebook. So, if you know somebody who would like the quiz, but at 7 o'clock was too early, you can do it again at 9 o'clock. That's on Facebook. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Okay. What we got? Aye, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I'm going to start doing Saturdays as well from this week. Can't get that out of my head. It's time for rugby. It's time for rugby, time to kick a ball and score a try. Get muddy and die, time for rugby, time for rugby. I don't understand the rules, It's a silly game compared to football. I don't think that's lyrics. Look, this is crazy bit. It's real 70s bit. Oh, aye, Marion, thanks for reminding me that I've got a football quiz to publicise. Is that here? No, it's not. Tomorrow night, 7 o'clock, YouTube, Scottish football quiz. It's great. You'll love it. And I'll see you again on Wednesday, if you're quizzing on Wednesday, or Friday, or Saturday, or maybe just do Mondays, and I'll see you next week. So anyway, thanks for coming to the quiz. I enjoyed it tonight. Please give me a tip. Otherwise my family will die. Nobody wants that. Well, no, I don't think anybody would benefit from that. Dun, 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 dun. We wash dishes and clean shit to music like this. Aye, it's it would definitely get you through, I don't know, about 45 minutes of housework before it sent you absolutely insane. Gonna clean this stuff. Gonna wash this dishes. Gonna do this windy. Ah, dun, 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 dun. I think that's the note on which I'll leave you. Good night, everybody.